Hello guys, I'm back with another video for you today, and I decided to try some Revenant Northern Realms, which is a deck that is really relying on Kedweni Revenants from Forbidden Magic, just played on the board with Amphibious Assault, with Queen Dahlia, with Mobilisation sometimes, and also Redanian Archers to set up the Revenants, set up the damage, and copy those guys, and of course Ronvid as well, who comes back whenever you play a soldier. Just big Revenant synergy, kind of a control deck, using those engines to take down the opponent's engines, and controlling the board with things like Curse of Corruption, Beckers, Heatwave, cards that, yeah, quite popular at the moment, quite common in the meta, which you either probably love or hate, probably hate. They shut down a lot of stuff, so very good at the moment. Got to have that Heatwave to deal with artifacts from monsters and the like, but this deck does, as a result of having those cards and just a huge amount of removal and so many engines that the opponent needs to deal with, really, otherwise the Revenants get out of control very easily, it means this deck has a very good matchup against a lot of common decks at the moment, thinking things like Nature's Gift, Monsters, Overwhelming Hunger, also Keltulis monsters. Anything that really doesn't have a sufficient amount of removal is going to struggle against this, and yeah, that means that if they do, they're going to have a good time. So against Skellige, this deck is a bit weak. You're probably going to lose pretty much every game against Skellige, but against other things, you're going to have close to auto-win matchups, and then there's going to be some in the middle, of course, with like Northern Realms and whatnot, where it's, you know, just depends how the game goes, really, as to whether you win or not. It is quite a binary deck in that sense. It's very much got answers for the opponent's stuff and threats that the opponent has to deal with, and depending on how that goes, one player or the other is going to get a win. Of course, having Baron and all this tool removal makes Monsters a real dream matchup, and just Nature's Gift, anything like that, as I've said. So, pretty fun deck. I really like the engine value and sort of, you know, letting those orders stack up on the board and, you know, shoot stuff down, get your setup going and everything like that. Quite consistent as well with the Neuromancy Amphibious Assault. You could even throw in Natalis, I guess, if you wanted even more consistency. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward deck, although a little bit hard to play at times, and yeah, had a lot of fun with it. So, enjoy the games, guys. Thanks to everyone for hitting the join button. Thanks for subscribing. We're close to 20,000 subscribers, which is a very big number, so thanks all for that. Really appreciate all the support, and yeah, following and watching and everything. Anyway, let's get into those games. Queen Meve, eh? Hello guys, what's going on? What is going on? I got a bit of Inspired Zeal. What a deck, what a deck. What a great time. We can just play archers, mate. It's gonna be chill.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning.
I want to play Redanian Archer, but hey Toby, I am here early. I am indeed. Sometimes you just got to get out there. You just got to get out there into the world.
For me, Bilberry's honour.
I went to bed pretty early. Got up pretty early. For me, it's all good. I think this is going to be a hard one to win. Hard to win round 1 anyway. I think maybe we Adalia. Oh, do we Adalia Revenant though? Pull Revenant with Assault, that might be the best option. I'm just sad my archers are going to die. It's pretty sad. So I don't know, man. Maybe give him a ballista to take. I feel like these cards are the really important ones in this deck. If you lose those, yeah. Hey, Altate. That is true. Last year I was streaming this time.
That's what matters.
Death to the enemy!
But, you know,
Semper Fi!
life changes, stuff happens. Kind of want to rock side this. But I don't think that's correct. Let's just go with an archer.
They charge it. Ah, Swarm will stop him.
And Revenant, probably a Dahlia or Amphibious Assault Revenant. The proverbial early bird catches the worm. The worm is some big wins with mobilization. It's like 3:30 AM for you. Oh god. Oh no.
Regroup.
I don't know if I can actually win the round, but we're gonna assume that we probably can. With Revi. I don't know if I can though. I really don't know. Maybe I should just pass here. It's pretty early to give up. But then again, I mean, I'm a bit sad I used this archer. I feel like that might have been a mistake. If I was going to pass here. Just do an early pass. We might be in a bit of trouble, but at least we got Ronvid. Something. Don't want to give them too many commando carryover players. They also use Roach, which is the big one. Get rid of one Revenant. Probably more. Okay. I wonder if I could use Triss in this list. So I can maybe Triss instead of one magic. Could be okay. Tried to use this deck earlier and you got stomped. Not sure how good it is exactly. Might not be too hot. We'll find out, I suppose.
For this most beautiful of maidens, I shall fight 100
Find
duels.
out. I mean, Rev here is pretty sick. I'll just play it and boost if possible. Siege? What? What in the hell is a siege doing in this deck? Jesus. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but fair enough. Is Coral still in the game? She is. She's not super strong, but some people play. I'm actually getting bodied by this, eh? I am very confused. Why are there Carabalisters, man? I think I'm just kind of dead, man. Dead man walking. Could a Dahlia Revenant, I suppose. I feel like it doesn't really matter what I do. Start dealing with these, maybe. This is rough. This is really rough. Might have to be a Dahlia Revenant here. I think it has to be.
There are things in the universe of which even the sages have not dreamt.
It's about to get real rough. Maybe I shouldn't even buff that, because we probably would prefer to buff the next one, but... Probably not piloting correctly? Maybe. The deck might just be a bit weak. It's possible. I'll see. I'm not sure if I'm not committed to playing it today. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it's strong enough. Basically. I need to get my Revenant value, otherwise I'm screwed. That depends what you've got going on. If you've got nothing else to do. Patricidal. Good to give it a go. Be a decent way to sink your time.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria.
This guy's got all the removal. Mad lad. Absolute mad lad. And I'm kind of screwed as a result, I think. Can't have another oil though, right? That's all of the oil. There can be Selkirk still. Guess I'll just get rid of that. This is kind of fucked. How do I even get the points? Guess AA into a 4P. This is really a weird deck, like Siege. Shenanigans. Curse. I mean, I think we're surviving this round. I don't know. Probably can't 2-0 us. So what's the best? Guess probably Cutthroat will be weakest.
The king pays well for every dryad scalp.
Might be okay here. We'll see. They use a lot of removal. And Siege is a lot of provisions. There might be another wave of commandos coming in here. Tricky stuff. Oh yeah, the game's better than Homecoming launch, that's for sure. Homecoming launch was miserable, to be quite honest. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I think we actually go immediately with a Revenant here. It's annoying because they're going to have Selkirk. It'll deal with it. We could go double Archer. I wish this could spawn on a different row. Get double Revenant. But I guess we go double Revenant here, regardless. It's still probably correct.
We retreat!
Blood alone can my maid's honour unbesmirch.
Just get guaranteed value.
Kill!
Played any StarCraft 2 recently? Not really, no. Not for a long time. It's one of those games you gotta commit quite a bit of time to be good at and to enjoy, I find. Oh my god, why is it like a heavy control Northern Realms that I'm facing? This is so weird. Some weird meta, man.
The sky'll burn with the eternal fire.
Kinda weird. Kinda a little bit weird playing a rock slide. Kind of a weird deck, Maddie. Kinda weird. There's a Selkirk. It's kind of weird. Weird champ. This guy. We need to weird champ this guy. So I mean, we're probably just gonna play another Revenant, but we need a low strength unit for that. So I guess we'll go Sheila now.
Interesting. My studies are more important than this.
Probably play Forbidden Magic and then recycle a Rev one more time. Or twice more. I liked Spies. I remember Spies. And most people don't, but I do like them.
Please!
They're cool. So we got big commandos coming out. We might be just fucked. We'll find out. We're doing our best here. We're making do. We're trying to make do. It's difficult, I think, against this removal. Quite a lot of it. I'm not sure we can get there. Let's see, I mean, Fallibil's pretty big. Baron is pretty big on AA. It's pretty big on AA. In fairness. There's probably no removal for Baron, so I think we'll just drop it on the back row. I think that's gotta be correct.
I've nothing to lose.
And we can kill one of these. Getting pretty good engine value. We might have it. We might have it in the bag. Even if there's a Draug, Draug would be pretty nasty. I guess there's probably a Draug. No? Okay, no Draug. I think we got it. Just about. Bit of a weird game. This is a pretty big Baron. So probably Fallible comes in here. Oh, did I mess up? No, we can hit this.
I shan't fail. I cannot fail.
Alright, that should be game, right? I think we'll be okay. Quite a lot of points. This is a weird one. Siege inspired Zeal. We actually put up a pretty decent fight because they had so much removal. If that happens, we're kind of screwed.
Oh, I sense trouble.
Alright, we can probably beat Carapace because we have many tools to delete cards from the game. Thankfully, we got some options in that department. Got a heat wave, got a rock slide, got a boiling oil, some damage on the board. Red coin, eh? Pop that Siri. Rock slide's really helpful for this matchup. Let's deal with Sirius. Cyrilla. Oh. Oh. Mithril. Oh. Oh. So I think if I just give up round one, it's gonna be okay. I think. Defender is a bit of a problem. We would have to deal with Defender. So there's two options, right? Option one is I give up the round. Option two is I like play a curse or something here. Like I try to win the round on even maybe, or get good cards from him. Suppose we can play a curse. Or maybe just a heat wave. I don't know if this is right, but I'm doing it. I think it's okay. It feels bad to use one of the tools, but at the same time, I think winning round one would be really, really good if we can do it. Got Vincent on that. I think I'm going to play an archer now. Maybe we're going to copy an archer. Shield it. I think we're going to play two. Maybe not this round, but I think generally if you want to win round one, playing a daily is a good idea. A rare wild hunt list? Nah, it's just going to be uninteractive. You know, Veil stuff up. Series or Keltulus, both. More likely than Wild Hunt. Nithral doesn't actually have any synergy with Wild Hunt. Other than, I mean, I guess it's a Wild Hunt card. But why Heatwave rather than Curse? Because I was figuring I might want to actually curse through a defender to kill Keltulis, potentially. Whereas Heatwave does get blocked by defender. But that's like a small thing. It's actually defending round 1, holy heck. Alright. So that means we don't really win round 1, but it's one less thing to worry about. So that's fine. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Hemsley. So, like, Curse is always going to be good, right? What? Dooming my Ronvid? Okay, so now we need to do the big brain play of... we can't purify him, unfortunately. We can just play on them. They gave me 6 points. In fact, they gave me kind of 12 points. They did like a negative 12 point play with the pact. Like, that was a horrifically bad play in terms of the points.
Don't make me laugh.
I mean, Vincent could be pretty pog later as well. Obviously, I'd rather win the round than lose it. But now if we win, we need to win on even, which is looking like a bit of a stretch. Kind of looks like it isn't going to happen without committing quite a lot. I think we'll be okay here. Defender's out. Got a Ciri, so there's only one Ciri left, and there's Keltulis. We have Curse for Keltulis, we have Beckers for the Ciri. Bada bing, bada boom. That's a win, I hope. One problem is he could double boost Ciri, and then we can't Beckers it. That could be a bit annoying. Could probably get rid of this, although I'm not, you know, not the biggest fan of doing that. I'm not sure I should even mulligan that either. But yeah. There's a Ciri.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
Okay, he is double boosting. So I think what we'll do here is we'll just Sheila, set up Rockside. And this is just great for us, I think. We can also Baron, it all the way down, and then it's... I don't know, he's just kind of fucked whatever he does, right? Because if he plays into us here, he's giving us a card. This is kind of just yikes. So I guess I'll just Sheila. Like, there's not really much to do. I guess if we Sheila, they can kill Sheila. Nah, it's fine. It's pretty fine.
My studies are more.
Because then we'll just go Archer, and then it's a wrap. Could Baron back row as well, but then there's Heatwave probably coming, so that one feels the weakest. This is just super mega memed on. I mean, our Baron will always find value later, so I think this has just got to be our curse, right? We're going to be able to deal with Keltulis, we're just going to have engines which will deal with it. So I'm not too worried about that. If we just curse this here, we're never really losing. It's too many points. I don't have Heatwave anymore, I used it round 1, so... Show me what you got.
Ask questions later.
It makes people running Carapace look bad, that's true.
My favourite cut of lamb, the shank.
Okay, one issue we kind of have here is... I guess we'll have leader targets, that shouldn't be a huge problem. We can play this.
For king! For country! For freedom!
We just trade our bronzes away, have Baron for Osrael. Keltulis being played now, really? Doesn't really do anything though. But fair enough. Okey-dokes. This is kind of troll, but like I don't think it matters, right? You can have your card, sir. Take it. Will mean they have Osro finisher, but we have a leader, so having strays instead of bruiser. I guess it's good to move your Keltolis back if you do run into movement. This is so meme, dude. It's now Vincent.
Gotta go with your gut.
Oop. Bye bye, Keltolis. Oh no. Dude, this deck is like the super dream against Carapace. There should be no universe in which we lose this matchup, really. Like, we'd have to throw extremely hard, I think. I can play Rockside now, because it's not actually needed anymore. Guy just kind of gave up. Do be like that. Do be like that. I think we actually play the Fallible here.
I cannot fail.
Because Baron can be really good against Adrenaline Rush, Warriors, just everything really. Wait, did he ADC into Squirrel? Oh my god. This, yeah, it's just super mega not possibly winnable even closely. Feels a bit rough. We're good against Nature's Gift as well. I was just about to say, the other matchup we're probably quite good in is going to be Nature's Gift, I would imagine. Probably not as good as against Keltolis, but we do have tools to deal with both Hamadryads and other things that might present themselves. We could mulligan Revenant, it's not super amazing round one. It's not terrible either. Necessarily. We can try to get all the removal from them round one and then lose the round. That's an option. It's a bit weird, but maybe mulligan Cutthroat then. It's just kind of bad. Alright. I haven't seen Kelly for a few days, and maybe popularity might have dropped a bit. Do we just curse this? It's gotta be a curse, right? Ain't messing around with that. Does mean we have one less removal, but we've got Baron and Heatwave and Rockside, so I think we'll be okay in the future rounds. I don't want to give them too much carryover, because that is a way that we potentially fall behind early. And if they use leader value here, that's something, isn't it?
If the king demands a head, I'll give him yours.
Put Scorch into the deck? I think Scorch would be a bit overkill. When you could do it. Get that initiative going, kill everything. Could be quite funny. This is good to see, because then there's only one threat left, really. It means we can kill any other threats, like if there's a Pavko or a Truant Ball, we can Heatwave that or Rockside that, whatever. So, are you seeing removal here as well? We are. Crikey, okay. So now we can play a Forbidden Magic. We'll see if he has anything to answer. Just gonna basically try to get all the rebukes out in round one, and then if we manage that, then it's gonna be really hard for them to win later rounds, I think. It's gonna be a bunch of ones with the Truants to eat up. Like, point is, if we get Revenants through later, the game's pretty much over. Probably. And we might just have the opportunity to win on even here as well, which is kinda disgusting. If we want to Heatwave this. I think we will if their next play comes down and is weak. or if we have another Revenant target. Heat waving this will also mean any Treants coming are 1 strength and not 2, which is... Ooh, that's really nice. That's really good for us. So I think I'll Vincent this. Just gonna... I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna try to win the round. I know we probably are, right? But that's a fine trade. Just gonna kind of keep things chill and take this heat wave if we want to win on even, if we need to. But like having last say should just be more than enough here. Like we've got the boar now as well. We've seen like all of the engines. We've seen 2 of them. So there's another Dryad and maybe a Pavko. And we've got Baron still for Gord if we want that. This should be a really good matchup as well, I think, with this deck. Just got a lot of answers to the threats that they're running. They do have a lot of points regardless of the threats, but... Yes, play more good cards. Yes, that's great. Yes, please. So now the question becomes, is it an overcommitment to play a Revenant here? I think I'll do it. Don't think it's overcommitting. So if we win the round, we win the game really, because we're going to have last say with Baron. And that shuts down really just the biggest threat, whatever that is. Hammer Dryad, Gord. We've seen a lot of good cards here. Double Rebuke Gons, there's 1 more Rebuke. So we're also crushing on that axis that we talked about. We need them to have not as many Rebukes for round 3. Elves with Gord, is that a thing? Interesting. We've got double Echo card coming down here. And he's opted not to boost the Dryad, which is probably a sensible play. So we can gain 2 plus 2, 4, 17, 21, 33, plus 9. So we do have enough points if we Ronvid here, which means we're going to Ronvid here, I think. We are shortening round 3 right now, which is a bit monker. Yeah, it's probably worth it. He really wants that last save, right? I might even be able to take it here with Fallible. I didn't do maths on that, but I think I probably can. Not sure. Fallible can be pretty juicy. You can go. Just hit this, then we get another Revenant, so it's 10 plus 4 plus 2. Wait, did I do maths wrong? No, I didn't. I'm good. I'm chilling. I mean, I did do maths wrong, but in the right direction. This would be 10 plus 4 plus 2, which is 16, so that's actually tying. If I'm not mistaken, which is kind of sad. Plus 6, right? That's pretty frustrating, man. I'm not gonna lie. There's no way around it. Okay, so we have to take Heat Wave. But you know, I think all in all, a pretty good result here. There's a few threats left, but as long as we draw our Rockside and our Baron, we should be good. We've got a Neuromancy already, so... Or do we? No, we don't have a Neuromancy. I tell a lie. We got Rockside, alright. That's kind of good enough for me. We can also get away with not dealing with every threat and probably still be fine, so... And that being said, there might be Pavko and the Hammer Dryad. That could be a bit annoying. It's annoying that I couldn't quite take it there with Fallible, because if we could, we'd just be winning, I think. without a doubt. So we need one of these fellas. Baron or a Neuromancy. If we get that, I think our chances of winning are very high. Could have also just not commit so much round 1. We could have probably avoided playing the Heatwave, maybe the Vincent, and just passed. Because having first say in round 3 is also quite nice. You get to develop the engines before they have anything on board. It can be quite powerful. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, we need an Adalia target, of course, but that shouldn't be very hard to find. And a Baron. Bloody Baron. Bloody Baron. Oh, I'm not sure I like this. Okay. Could mulligan Ballista, but it might be getting a little bit fruity if we do that. Could also mulligan the Rev. But I kind of like the Rev. So I suppose we can take Archer with Assault. I mean, here taking a mulligan on Ballista is like risky, isn't it? Most of the time it's worth it, but... Nah, I suppose we don't. I suppose we don't. Heatwave isn't going to be that good in round 3. Ah, it will be. For sure. It's just a better rock side, right? It's definitely good against Hamadryad and Pavka and whatever else.
Get out, you baldy-faced baby.
Yeah, baldy face, baby. Alright, so what do we want here? The thing is, they are going to have a lot of removal, right? They've still got Rock Slide and Heatwave, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Perhaps we don't even play... We might just play Revenants with Assault rather than... Yeah, rather than the other guy. I think we can go with this for sure. It's fine. We can probably then go Forbidden Magic, and that's fine. And then we'll see what the score is. And if this is sticking on the board, then we maybe go Mobilisation on Archer. Because that will probably just be worth comparing it with Falibor. Yeah, I mean, it depends how you look at it, right? Because Heatwave on a Hamadryad that is unanswered is more points than a Falibor. Or Heatwave on a Gord is probably more points than a Falibor. But you're right that there might not be enough targets, in theory. Depends how much. Depends if they have a Pavko as well, basically, or not. Oh, this is good. Just remove that immediately. I'm just going to put Revenants on the board and make life tricky for them. We do have Ronvid, but he is not here. He is not back from the dead yet. Can use him if we need. It's going to be another Rebuke, that's chill. So it's going to be double Revenant with Assault, that is fine. Put them both on front, I guess.
For this most beautiful of maidens, I shall fight 100 duels!
And the annoying thing for them here is they might have to Rock Slide or Heatwave a 3 Revenant, which is really bad value. Really bad. Do we play around Elias? Nah, we can always ping there, because they have to answer Revenant first, right? Every time. So we're gonna get the ping. Looking good. Looking pretty good. We're executing the goal of the deck, right? It's just working how it's supposed to in the matchups it's supposed to be winning, I think, for the most part. Skellige's going to be hard. I don't know if that's really... I think it's a bit optimistic to think that's winnable. Quite a binary deck in many ways, right? Like you just win against stuff that doesn't answer your things, and you win against stuff where your answers are powerful. Symbiosis ends up playing against themselves in this matchup. Yeah, it's not very useful to copy into Revenants, or to, you know, get Truants into Revenants. It's true.
I've no interest in
This is just what it... This is just such a nice feeling, man. Playing Northern Realms, setting up all these numbers and order effects on the board, and just chilling and knowing you have a billion answers to everything they could throw at you. Feels good, man. I think this deck's pretty legit. I think it's... yeah, it's decent. It's good.
The only good human is a dead human.
Kind of gave them a... I mean, okay, LAS from that is always working.
I do what
Time
I
for
must.
to die, Dwan.
Not much to be done about that. Okay. I guess we'll just Sheila then. Probably Rock Side. I could also Fallible here, but I think Rock Side is fine. Oop. If they now have a Hammer Dryad, then fair enough. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they now have a Hammer Dryad, because Hammer Dryad Gourd, it's only going to be an 8-point Hammer Dryad anyway. With leader, so it's not that big. So I think we just have the answers here. A big Revenant. This last Revenant got all the way through. Through the gates. Into the Scoia'tael encampment. Into the forest of Broccolon. Can range row Baron. And we can now. The Heatwave is gone. They probably had to Heatwave that 3 a little bit earlier, to be fair. Unfortunate for them. But yeah, now we can go ranged Baron. Against the Gourd. We just clean up at the end. Nice. Feels good to beat these decks, these greedy decks. Gotta just, you know, play your last cards to rub it in a little bit.
Pay for what they did.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? It ain't too shabby. It's a fun little deck. Fun little deck. Skellige.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Let's see if we can pull out a magical win here. A fabled win against Skellige. We'll see what we can do. Maybe it's possible. We need to not give up. Hand's a bit... It's a bit awkward, isn't it? It's a bit wonky. Kind of torn on Royal Guard here. I think it's maybe not needed. Because we're doing a Revenant. Are we doing a Revenant? Not sure exactly. I think we are. Revenant's so good. I mean, it's kind of not, but it is, if you get what I mean. It's like such a bad card normally. 3 for 5, but when you overload them, it's actually... It starts to be pretty unfair. There's a raiding fleet. I say no. I say no to your raiding fleet. Raiding fleet's a bloody strong card, isn't it? This card is ridiculous. That card is one of the most nutty cards in the game, honestly. Okay, how do we deal with this fella? I think we'll just play this guy.
So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
Revenant's kind of not getting value. He's just chilling on the board. Just doing his thing. Bloody, okay. Herkia, yeah. Figured that one was coming. He's got all of the cards, eh?
The fall is nigh.
Bastard. Ya bastard. It's really pissing me off, this guy.
Tomorrow we sup at home.
Alright, we'll probably take a Fallible next, I think. Just to get points. Ooh.
For a crack.
Ooh, it is a great sword. So we could also Sheila. I kind of like Sheila. We could also just ping and get another Revy. There's a lot of plays here. A lot of plays we can make. I kind of do like the Fallible just for points. The real question with Fallible is, are we going to be able to clean up the Greatsword, or do we still have to Vincent it? Because if we have to Vincent, it's probably not worth it. So I think I'll play Sheila.
My studies are more important than
Seems kind of
this.
safe. It helps on the next play, setting up a Forbidden Magic or whatever. Could also Vincent, but I think I need to Vincent Greatsword here a bit later. Vince doesn't work, in what sense? He does work. You should hope, anyway. That is a scary card. No two ways about it. That is a scary card. Do we want to play Ronvid here? Ronvid's probably good.
Blood alone can my maid's honour unbesmirch.
Kind of running out of steam a little bit, but he probably is as well. He meant on Greatsword. It does work when boat's on the board. Just gets hit to 1, doesn't he? And then you can reset a Greatsword. So, Guy has a bloody trophy catch. I don't even know the name of the card. Jesus Christ. I guess I'm going to Heatwave that. And then probably use Sheila, because we might need to get out of here. I don't know, man. Kind of scared. So I'll play scared here, sure. I mean, we would like last save, but I don't think it's that important.
Women, children, elders.
Gwent is all about having fun.
Gwent's all about having fun. Thanks for the sub, Max. Appreciate it. They take 1 damage from boat and boost Greatsword to 2 again. Nope, it's Vincent's got an order effect, not a deploy effect. So you click him, you use his ability after he's already on the board. Okay, double magic is way too much, man. It's way too much. I think we're just fucked. I don't think I can beat the Skellige round 3, man. Skellige round 3 is scary. Maybe they'll give me... Maybe they'll give me a chance by pushing here. Let's see.
Hammer now. Ask questions later.
Maybe they're giving me a chance. Maybe they'll make a push that ends up being a bad, and I'll win. But yeah, Vincent back there probably wouldn't have been great. Need to shut down the boat. ASAP, right? Could have Vincented the Greatsword, but I figure getting rid of it might break a Hjalmar if they're playing Greatsword. Could mean they have Hjalmar. It's not Not set in stone by any means, but it's possible. So I should probably play AA. To be honest, guys, I think I need a unit. So what's it gonna be? Just an archer? Revenant? It's a bit expensive, but
Swarm will stop him.
hopefully he can't kill this. Uh oh, he's going all in. Oh shit. Why is he going all in though? What's going on? Monkas. Alright, we got Vincent on this, which is good. Do you reckon I can play real slow and get away with not playing Forbidden Magic? Pretty sick. Like the issue is, right, if I Forbidden Magic I probably have to leader it, because otherwise we're not getting mobilization value. That's the dilemma I am faced with. Whatever I play, it's going to die anyway right now, so I think I'll just play this. I mean, right now we're chilling because we can take it with Fallible or Vincent. Vincent's probably better, obviously. This Arniof's super bad, man. Into Vincent. It's actually trolling. We've probably got to deal with Lugos here, right? And maybe Donar, and maybe Skurdal. And maybe Harold. Those are kind of the cards. Maybe Blood Eagle into one of those. It's going to be worth a lot. Hemdall as well, that's actually quite weak.
The time has come.
It's actually really bad. I don't know, man. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that play, man. Not too sure. Can we get out with leader? That's the question, isn't it? Because I'm not sure we can. Which is sad. Let's see. If we assume he doesn't have Skurdal, we've got 12 plus 6. 12 plus 6. Not enough anyway. It's piss. Piss? It's annoying, is what I meant to say. It's a bit annoying. Maybe hitting this is wrong because we might want to Falibor it, but whatever. Yeah, SK is tough. Like, it's just one of the toughest matchups, I think, for this deck.
We retreat. We hide.
I think we're not supposed to win it, really, ever. Now we're just getting heralded or whatever, and it's over. I mean, I suppose their cards can be a bit bricked without leader, but it's not looking too hopeful here. It's probably as good as we get. It's not the best hand, but it's gonna have to do. We're gonna have to make do with this, I think. It's actually okay because we can set up Falibor. This might be decent. I wonder from Baron first, is there reason to do that so that we can reset units if we need? Might be okay. Go Dahlia first.
There are things in the universe of which even the
Could have
sages
settled
have
this
not
amicably,
dreamt.
you know.
This might end up being close because our hand is pretty golden if he just draws a bunch of bronzes. Problem is SK bronzes are still pretty good at this stage. But we'll see. You got the Herald, okay, that's not that is a bad start.
Here's the better boots than in your
That is
wildest
certainly not
Dirty
ideal.
corpses? Nay, feed our foes to the crabs while they still live.
Can't really Baron now because there's a. I mean, we can, but it probably dies. So we're probably going to just fallible this, right? It's got to be the play.
I shan't fail. I cannot fail.
Just good value. No, they didn't outtake. They did no such thing.
On crate!
Great sword.
Smile, you blothered gip!
It's still winnable. It's still winnable. Skilled makes it not winnable, probably.
Will not bend my neck.
Too many good cards, too much power in Skellige. Unfortunate. That was kind of close, but also not. It's just not a winnable matchup, realistically, I think. This deck is like so polarized because of all the binary cards. It's like either auto-winning or auto-losing, and Skellige is one of the auto-losers. Fallible is probably better than Leader.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Monsters should be winnable. I think it's just Skellige that's hard, really. Maybe there's other stuff that's hard. But, yeah. Alright. Send in the Revenants. I'm not vibing with Cutthroat in this deck, really. It seems so redundant. It's kind of just filler. Alrighty. Might not be able to win round one here, just because we're a little bit lacking archers and assault. I guess we could play assault technically. It's possible. Right. Probably gonna let them have this one.
For this most beautiful of maidens, I shall fight 100 duels.
Question is, what do we get rid of? I guess we can play one Revenant. Doesn't really matter. Maybe they'll use some removal on it even, if we're lucky. Always overwhelming hunger with monsters, isn't it? That's how it ends up being these days, usually. Just there's one deck that's best, or maybe two, with a certain leader. I'm just going to hope that we're going to be fine against a push. Lava can be a bit annoying. Imagine if NG and SK switch their bronze pools. That'd be a little bit rip for Skellige. Alright, I think I'm content with this hand. Could get rid of one Forbidden Magic, but I quite like it. I think it will allow us to use Revies without committing an assault, which is probably a good thing. Okay, I think this guy's going to have to 50-50 a Maruna or some nonsense. It's going to be exciting! It's not even 50-50, it's 33%. I guess it's not terrible if it takes Ronvid. Ronvid is cock blocking Manticore really hard. So that's nice. Oh, he's actually doing it. What a mad lad.
Such a shame, I must kill you.
Okay, that's probably the worst for him to get. For him, not for me. I'm very happy. I'm a happy guy. What can I say? Now we probably win. I mean, this is just really bad value, right? All things considered. I'm going to be able to take the round with just bad cards now. probably. And a haunt. Alright. Definitely be getting rid of that. Copying my Revenant. Ooh, that did play into Manticore a little bit too much. Oh, okay, he has Manticore. That's kind of cringe. That's a little bit cringe right there. Can you imagine playing into Manticore? We got leader. We didn't get a leader charge. Literally, I'm lying. We didn't get a leader charge. It's a disaster. It's a disaster, guys. Okay, that's good for me. I mean, is it? It lets us catch up a bit. I guess I'm gonna play Fally. Fallibor. Yeah, do we play Fallibor? Maybe not even. I think I just play Forbidden Magic. I'm kind of very far behind on points though. I think I can make it because Revenants are nuts. Oh, dude, I don't know if I can actually. Shit. It's a throw, is it? Is that a throw? I guess we're taking a ballista now, boys. Change of plans. This is like the Mum, can we get Falibor for dinner? Falibor, we have Falibor at home. Falibor at home. It's this. Okay, that the execution of that joke was a lot worse than I predicted. I'm really sorry, guys. But hopefully you got the message. Hopefully you understand where I'm coming from with that.
Asking me for help. Now that's smart.
That's smart. Okay. Hey! The wonderful Trinet has hosted me.
It's all about having fun.
Thank you. Everything's happening now. How's it going? Had a little bit of Hades fun? I actually started playing Hades. Because everyone said it's so good. I figured, you know, I guess I have to try it. I can't really be the one guy that doesn't play Hades, right? That would kind of be lame. Oh, thanks, fans. Thanks for the sub, man. I'm glad you like my terrible jokes. So the opponent doesn't have a leader. We've got that going for us. I'm tempted to go for a back row Baron, but I don't think it's too wise to do that. Let's just copy some homies. I think I'll take a curse here actually. It's kind of the same points as Fallible, right? I suppose it's a bit risky if we don't hit Frightener. Maybe I should have done this sooner. I could even ping this once. Is that big brain or small brain? I don't really know. Just gonna keep options open here. It's a wonderful thing, the Revenants. Wonderful thing. Detlef always plays for crazy value, doesn't he? Do you remember when Detlef was released? He was 5 points more. He had 3 charges when they first released him. That was hilarious. I was like, bruh, it's probably a little bit too strong, CDPR. Take a chill pill, my dude. Take a chill pill. So what do we go for here? Vincent is 6, 7, plus 3, 10, 12, 13. So it is enough. I guess Vincent's probably the weakest card that we can get away with playing them. I hope I did the maths right. But I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. 1 point. Could also do Beckers. Maybe Beckers is better. Not sure. Not sure. Pretty close. Maybe Beckers is even bad here. I don't know. Won't be able to set up revs in the way that Vincent can. That might have been a bit of a mistake. In fact, it might have been quite a big mistake. Okay, rev is fine. Probably can't remove it. I think I'll keep. Just a chill one.
For this most beautiful of maidens, I shall fight 100 duels.
Not gonna copy. We'll copy a Redanian Archer probably. Is it even that good at this stage? It's kind of not that great. We have a leader extra, so I think we'll be okay here. Okay. That's fine. A fallible. I saved a fallible for this man. So do we want another Revenant, or would we prefer... The problem with Redanian Archer at this stage is it's actually not very good. So I think we'll just take another Revenant. It kind of depends if we can actually copy or not. Yeah, I guess. It's gonna be fine.
We retreat! We hide! So Vandergrift says!
9 charge Ithne. Oh yeah. Dude, the balancing was a little bit off in the early days, wasn't it? Look how far we've come. We've got the heat wave, so we can play Baron now if we want. Probably gonna play a Mauler instead. Mauler's probably the best.
When I do the
Blood alone
tenderizing,
can
there's
my
nothing
maid's
left to
honour
fry.
besmirch.
And then Baron next. I don't think we can lose with that leader advantage. That just traded with one of his cards. So basically a card up here. Geralt though. Geralt do be pretty strong. Oh no. Might actually be struggling. The last card is, I don't know. You get sick Revenant value just from the Ronvid alone though, really. Maybe Archer was better because we could brick. I mean, he didn't have this on hand, so it's whatever. But you know what I mean. God, I have too much interaction here.
Fight! Maim! Kill!
Doesn't even have an Osro. I mean, I guess it can. It was kind of stompy, wasn't it? So my verdict is this deck kinda just takes a dump on many things. Carapace, Nature's Gift, monsters. I think it just crushes those matchups, mate. I think it's actually an unfair deck. And it loses to Skellige. But it just beats everything else, basically.